Chapter 5, Lesson 3 is a smidge different. We're still going to use the percent equation, talking about the is. The word is attached to the part, and the percent obviously is a symbol, and the whole is the of. It's a little different though. For example, number 4. The is, which is the part, is 49.5. The percent is not known. The of is the whole. So it would be 49.5, the part, equals the percent, which we don't know, times the whole. And we divide by the number with the x to get rid of it. And in this case, we end up getting 1.5. It's okay to have a percent more than 100. That means there's an increase from what you started with. So the percent of increase, or the change, or the percent would be 150%. Remember, I take the decimal, move it 2 places to the right, that gives me the percent. Number 5, the members of a club are making bracelets to sell to raise money. Anna and Emily made 54 bracelets over the weekend. They need to produce 300. So the part is what they made. The whole, or the total, is 300. So 54 equals the percent, which is not known, times the whole, 300. I'm going to divide by 300 on both sides. So 54 divided by 300 is 0.18. And that's 18%. So they made 18% of the bracelets over the weekend. Part B, Anna produced 32 of the 54. Compare the number of bracelets that Emily produced. So we're comparing Emily as a percent to those that Anna. So we're comparing Emily over Anna. And it tells me that Anna produced 32. So 54 total minus Anna's 32. That means Emily produced 22 of them, and it says write it as a percent. So I take that ratio and I divide it, and I get 0.6875, and I move the decimal over 2 places to the right, so 68.75%. So that tells me that the bracelets they produced, Emily compared to Anna was 68.75%. Number 6 at NTMS, 104 students are in band, 80 are in chorus. What percent of the number of students in chorus is the number of students in band? So we're doing chorus compared to band. So chorus was 80, band is 104. I write that as a decimal, 0.769, which when we convert it and we move it 2 places to the right, is 76.9% is my answer. So we can compare a one number to another as a percent. It's taking the ratio and making it as a percent instead of a decimal. At Kent Middle School, breakfast costs $1.25, lunch costs $3.75. What percent of the cost of lunch is the cost of breakfast? So we're comparing lunch to breakfast, and if you notice the word is and of, so is lunch, so 375 equals the percent I don't know times 1.25. We could also write it as a ratio right away, comparing lunch to breakfast, 375 over 1.25, and I'm showing you can use the equation still, because when we divide by 125, we get the exact same ratio as over here. So we get 3 equals x. I move the decimal over 2 places to the right, so 300%. So the cost of lunch is 300% more than the cost of breakfast. That's what that tells us when we get a percent more than 100. This year, Jenny is 12 years old. Her brother Jeff's age is 175% of Jenny's age. So of Jenny's age, Jeff's age is, so that's the part, and the part is Jeff, equals 1.75 times Jenny's age. And when I do that, I get 21 years old. which makes sense in the question because Jeff is older. If you come up with an answer that's less than 12, you probably put the 12 where the x is and then divide it by 1.75. So there's times where if you reread the question, you can see, does my answer make sense? And if it does, it's probably right, because if it didn't, you definitely did the wrong mathematical stuff. There's 750 students in the 7th grade, 625 in the 8th grade. What percent is the 7th grade class of the 8th grade class? So the is 7th grade, that's the part. The of is the 8th grade, that's the whole. It says there's 750 in 7th grade, the percent I don't know, times the 8th grade, which is 625. Divide both sides by 625. And I get 1.2 equals x, which is 120%. It goes on to say the principal will have to increase the number of 8th grade teachers next year if the 7th grade enrollment exceeds 110%. So next year, those 7th graders are going to become 8th graders, and there's now more 8th graders coming in than there was this year, 120% more. So they're going to need more teachers. Will she need to increase the number of teachers? Yes, because the enrollment is 120% of the current class. It's more than 110%. We're going to do obviously a lot more with percents. Hopefully we're becoming more a little familiar with them and what the part in the whole is.